Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Huck. Today I'm going to be doing a weekend reads video. I haven't done one of these for a couple of weeks, but I like making them. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be reading this weekend and maybe some other fun things I'll be doing. And at the end, actually, I might also do a little crystal haul because I went to an expo a couple weeks ago and got some crystals there and I want to show them off. So this weekend I have two books that I will be reading. The first is Ka, Dar Oakley in the Ruin of Ymir by John Crowley. This is one that I've been very excited to read. It follows Dar Oakley, who is a crow, and it follows his adventures kind of throughout history because he somehow becomes immortal, and so he interacts with like different parts of history. So we're seeing human Western history through the eyes of an immortal crow. So it's kind of like him trying to figure out humanity and like what are they doing. So it's very confusing from his perspective. This is one that I was really excited to read this month. I am between a third and half of the way through. I'm almost half of the way through this book and I'm liking it so far. I'm not necessarily in love with it, but I am enjoying it. It's been kind of a slow read for me. I'm kind of so-so about the writing style. I find it very engaging, but it's also kind of difficult to read. I just find like that it takes me a long time to get through very little of it, and that partially has to do with the writing and also partially with the content, because a lot of this you have to kind of interpret everything that is being said since it is through the eyes of a crow, and so he doesn't know what a lot of things are and doesn't know how to explain what things are, so he just sort of describes things. So a lot of reading this is interpreting what the crow is describing and being like, oh, he's talking about a dog, or like, oh, that's like a bowl or something, you know? It's really simple stuff, but like as a crow he doesn't know what it is, and so he's just sort of describing it, so that makes it take longer to read this. But as I said, I am liking it. There was a reference to Gilgamesh in this, which I thought was very fun because I read Gilgamesh a long time ago, and I love all of those like old epic poems, so it was very fun to me to like see a reference to one of those in here. So I have been enjoying this, but I don't anticipate it becoming like a favorite. So I'm hoping to get to maybe like 3/4 of the way through this book this weekend. The other book that I will be reading this weekend is Flux by Orion Carlotto. This is a poetry book. That Orion Carlotto is actually a YouTuber that I don't really watch her videos, but I knew that she published a book of poetry, and so when I saw it in the bookstore I decided to pick it up. I'm not very far into it. I'm only about 20 pages in. I'm liking it all right so far. It's not necessarily my favorite poetry that I have read, but I do like it enough that I'm going to keep going. I don't feel like, ugh, why am I reading this? So I have been enjoying it. So far it has kind of just been like sad love poetry, which I think is not my favorite genre of poetry. So as I said, it's okay, but not really my favorite kind of thing. And I'm hoping to get maybe about halfway through, so that would probably be another like 70 pages, but you know, they're short poems and there are also illustrations in here. Like, see, there's an illustration right there. And so, you know, getting further into this won't take very long at all. I probably could even finish it this weekend if I really put my mind to it. So as for activities that I'm going to be doing this weekend, I am going to see the cherry blossoms. Actually, when I'm recording this video, it is Friday, and I'm going to see the cherry blossoms today with my dad. But when you see this video, it'll probably be Saturday. My dad and I go see the cherry blossoms together every year. It's just like a fun little tradition that we have. We always bring one of the dogs with us. We take lots of pictures. It's always a fun time. We get lots of pictures of pretty, you know, flowers and cherry blossoms, and we get pictures of ourselves with the flowers, and it's fun to have something like that we do every year. So then sometimes I can look back and compare like what I looked like each year through the years. I'm also planning to do some filming this weekend so I can make more videos to share with you guys, which will be fun, so that I can be all prepped for the week. I also want to get some sewing done this weekend. It's been a while since I've done some sewing, and I recently bought a whole bunch of fabric, so I want to get back into it. I used to sew all the time, but I haven't really had so much time for it. But now that I have materials for it and I have some plans for some like spring and summer dresses, I can never find prints that I like for clothes, so I want to make my own. So I got some fabric that's like just colors that I like, but blank fabric, and then I got some fabric paint, and I am hoping to kind of paint my own prints and patterns onto these onto this fabric so that I can make my own like dresses and things with cool patterns. Most of the patterns are probably just going to be florals because that's my favorite thing to wear, but I think it'll be fun. So that's it for the activities that I will be doing this weekend, because I also have a lot of homework that I have to do. I am in grad school and I only have a month left of school, so all of my big semester-long projects are going to be coming due soon. So I have a lot of stuff to work on. I have a couple presentations and big projects and things that I have to do. So that's going to be my whole day on Sunday, probably, is just in the library doing work. So now that we've talked about what I'm going to be doing this weekend, let's move on to the crystal haul. So a couple of weeks ago I went to a crystal expo. It's this expo that I used to go to as part of a job that I had, but I don't work there anymore, but I still enjoy going to the expo. So I went and I picked up a couple of crystals. So I will try to put up a picture of the crystals as I'm talking about them, because it'll probably be a little difficult to see them here as I hold them up, but let's get into it. The first one that I have is 2 pieces of Lapis Lazuli. So these ones I really love because one of them is a little bit a more vibrant blue mixed in with the white, and I kind of liked the funny chip that it has here. And then the other one I liked a lot because it's a less vibrant blue, but it has these little gold speckles that I don't know if you can see, that they kind of glint, and I really liked that about this one. Then I also got a piece of chrysoprase, which I'm not sure if I am saying that correctly, but this is chrysoprase. This is kind of considered like a stone of youth and a stone of love that is supposed to like attract love and make you feel youthful and joy and things like that. So I really like chrysoprase. I have another piece of it somewhere, but I liked this piece as well. And then I have 3 pieces of ocean jasper. So they all look very different. I like this one because it looks like the ocean. It looks like it has a little beach here, and then there is the ocean above it. I like this one a lot because it looks like it has like little barnacles or something on it, so it looks more like the ocean floor. And then I really loved this one as well because it looks like it has a flower in it, like there's a rose inside the stone. So I really liked this one. Then I also got a piece of Smoky Quartz. I really love Smoky Quartz, and I have another piece that's like a cluster, but I really liked this one. I like that it has a matte finish, and I just feel like I need more Smoky Quartz in my life, so I got this one. And then the piece that I was most excited about is this piece of Spirit Quartz, or it's sometimes also called Cactus Amethyst, and I love this. I just think it's so pretty. I love how like sparkly it is, and it has this very soft like pinky purpley color to it. And Spirit Quartz is a lot of times very expensive, and this was actually much less expensive, partially because I was at the expo, but also I think because it's a little bit chipped at the points, so the points aren't as pointy as they could be because I think they got chipped off. But I really don't mind that, and I was excited that I could get a really nice cluster like this for less money, because Spirit Quartz gets expensive. So that is all for my weekend reads, what I'm going to be doing this weekend, and my little mini crystal haul. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye!